Hi crafty friends, it's been a long moment since I've made a video, so today I really want to bring you a little card I've been making to ease me back into doing videos again. I've had a long break this year due to health reasons. I don't really want to go into it too much, but I've had to concentrate on other things this year, get my health sorted out, and I just haven't had time for much, I guess time and emotional energy for much else, but now I'm raring to go to get back into filming again because I have to say I've really missed filming. So let's go, let's make this little card together. I wanted to bring this to you today to show you how you could mix patterns and still have them not look too busy, especially on a card. As you can see here, we've got two patterns from the Floral Charms suite, and I'll show you that collection of papers at the end of the video. But as you can see, if you put them together here like this, that gets very busy. But if you mix in something simple like a black layer in between them, they really work. And this brings the floral element in the middle, that's a highlight, and this becomes a background paper. So I just want to put this together with you today. I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm very happy to see spring here in Melbourne because it's been a long, hard winter. So let's put all these elements away. Let's get a base page. So that's the cardstock that I've got. Well, that's actually not a cardstock, it is a close to my heart card base. I'm still using up all of those, which I don't mind. I have quite a few. It may take me a good few years to use all of those up. Now I'm just going to decorate or adhere some ink to the edges of this cardstock. So that just gives a bit of a definition. I like doing this. Gives a distressed look. It can give a bit of a finished look to any cardstock that you have. I do it on my scrapbook layouts. I do it on my card fronts, on lots and lots of bits and pieces. I don't do it all the time because then everything looks the same. And being a creative person, I like to explore different kinds of looks, different kinds of techniques and things. That's just what I like to do. So I don't really like to do the same of everything all the time. So I'm just going to move this light up. There we go. It's going to take me a little while to get back into the swing of things. Now this paper seems to be directional, so I'm going to put it that way. I absolutely love this paper pack. It's really beautiful. Now I've already, see, look, I'm already getting very, very inky, but that's my happy place, right? So let's adhere the base. Now I've cut it smaller than my actual card base size, just so I've got a little white around the edges. See there? Sort of gives it a bit of a frame. Again, I don't do that all the time, but sometimes it's handy to do. Then I'm going to adhere the circles. So I've cut 3 circles from the Spotlight on Nature dies, and I will show you these. No, that's Label Me Grateful. I'll show you these dies, friends. I absolutely love these. They're still available on my online store, and I'll link those in the description. As you can see, I've used them a lot, but there's a whole heap of different sizes of circles, and the circles come, so it's not just a straight circle. You've got a bit of interest there. See there, we've got some little leaf detailing on these, and then we've got sort of the ridges there. We've got dots and dashes there, so all the circles have something different on them, and it just adds a little something to your circle. And I use these all the time in my artwork or craft work or whatever you like to call it. So let's adhere this to my card front. There you go. So because I'm going to add elements down the bottom corner, I need to sort of adhere the circle up. And then I'm going to put that in there. So I've also cut the circle on the paper so that I have actually cut out and featured this here. So if you've got beautiful big DSP, which a lot of them are, you can actually then cut out your and highlight your image. That's what I'm trying to say. Gee, I'm a bit rusty, friends, aren't I, in chatting about this kind of stuff. Hopefully you will forgive me and bear with me, but I intend to do a lot of videos in the next month, and so hopefully I will get back into the swing of it. There you go. So I've just adhered that, and then what I've actually done is put some interest in bit of texture. I'm all for the texture and the layering, friends. So I've got this ombre glimmer. So that's something crashing to the floor. Because I'm not going to edit this out, because that's just going to put off and delay this video even more. You'll hear that. That's my trimmer. I stacked it on the side and it decided to fall off now when I'm filming. It's actually been there all morning. How funny is that? Okay, so I cut out, I used another die set called Label Me Grateful dies. Now with Stampin' Up, they do a fantastic thing. They separate their dies and their stamp sets. If you want the stamp and the die cuts, you actually buy the bundle of whatever particular product it is. But sometimes, because the dies can be standalone, you don't need the stamp, you can actually buy them by themselves. And Label Me Grateful, I didn't really want the stamp set because it had images that I have already got and sentiments that I've already got, but I absolutely love leaves, I love flowers, because they're very useful. You can add lots of different dimensions, and of course that's a frame or a tag, or it could be anything at all. So that's really useful to have as well. So I've got the Label Me Grateful, and I cut out the leaves in a glimmer paper. So this is ombre glimmer paper. I don't know whether you can see that, friends. There we go. No, not really. When I post the photo, you can have a look there. And I also did the flower and the other leaves, so we can layer those on. So let's stick those on, stick the leaves on next. And I just use the Stamp and Seal. No, what's it called? Yeah, Stamp and Seal. That's it. I got the name right. So let's just use that, because that's going to be hidden behind the circle, so we don't need to worry about it. And I'm kind of going to layer them over each other. So that one there, and this one goes like this, because this middle bit doesn't matter. It is going to be hidden by the circle. So next, this is the circle element on there. I'm going to add that with dimensionals. So I just want to pop this up a little bit. So we've got some big dimensionals here. Let's just put a few on. Love me a few dimensionals. There we go. So we're going to pop them up. And I've actually on purpose left this little bit here clear, because I'm going to tuck something down. So I want it about there, because I want to see that prettiness there. So here I'm going to add the leaves. So, and I may as well do the flower as well. Okay, so the leaves are just going to be tucked in here a little bit, just tucked in underneath. So you could go like that, just to add a few layers. There we go. And then I want the flower up the top. So then we've sort of got this cluster here, and then we've just got the flower up on the top. Okay, for the sentiment, I absolutely love this pack of ephemera, and it is still available. It is called Greetings for All Mix and Match Ephemera Pack. It's absolutely fantastic. It has a lot of different, as you can see, I've bought more than one pack. So this one here, I've used quite a lot of sheets. It has different kinds of ephemera. I did audition this thank you on here, and you could, but I thought because of the circle, I wanted to keep this circle element there. And to be honest, unfortunately, I need a few sympathy cards at the moment. So there you go. Oh Happy Day, I've used that one. I really like that one on a different card that I made. So yeah, there's lots and lots of different sorts of sentiments, lots of happy birthdays. There's some Merry Christmases in there, happy holidays. So I'm going to off center the circle just because I like it better that way. If I sort of put it in the middle, I didn't really like that. And to finish off, all we need to do is add a couple of these beautiful flat pearls. It doesn't matter so much on a card, but when I'm scrapbooking, these flat pearls, I don't know whether you can see the profile of them. They're quite low profile. There we go. And we look at that. There we go. It's not helping me, this camera, but it's trust me, it's very low profile dots, so you can put them on. They're great for scrapbooking, and I'll, like I said, list everything in the description below. So I'm just going to put a 1 on the flower for the center of the flower, and then I'm going to pop 1 and 2 down the bottom. So there you go. Really nice, quick and easy card, but it's using the beautiful florals and patterns of this, what is it called? Fliral Charms DSP. I'm just going to take them out, the rest of the papers out, and show you, friends. I'm not sure whether I've done that. I don't think I have. So this one here, this is what I cut, and I just made sure I lined this circle up here. We've got leaves on there. You could also fussy cut these as well. So we've got that side, and then we have like the purple side, because you could also have made this as a background and this here as well. So we've got the hero side and the bee side, I guess. There you go, that's the one, and then that one there. So that one, they match. Definitely you could do the same to that. I've used this paper on a scrapbook page. I absolutely love it. It reminds me a little bit of an old-fashioned wallpaper, but I really like it. So, and then that's the second side, the pink wash. Love this with the the peaches and the purples and the blues. Really nice. And then green on the back. That's the other one. Now, this sort of reminds me of Perfectly Pairs, except, is this Perfectly Pairs? Have I accidentally put... I don't think I have. Maybe I have. Oh dear, maybe I have. Let's just pretend we didn't see that. I think I put Perfectly Pairs in with this one, which is not good really. I don't think it belongs in there. So let's ignore that, friends. Let's just pretend we didn't see that. So look at this cluster. You could fussy cut this cluster out and put it onto a card quite easily. It would take a little bit, but you could do it. And then a beautiful wash on the back. again, we have these ones here, and then that one, and the last color combination. Yeah, those pairs definitely don't belong in this pack. How silly. There you go. So these are small enough for a card front or a background in a scrapbook page as well. And then you've got that beautiful green wash. So I just wanted to show you that paper pack, friends. Everything I've used today is currently available at my Stamping Up online store. So I'll list that in the description. Thank you so much, friends, for tuning in and listening to me and watching my first video back. There will be quite some more from now on. So until next time, friends, happy crafting. Bye.